Thank you, Honourable Speaker. March the 8th is International Women's Day, and I want to give thanks and kudos to the extraordinary women fighting for the future of Tasmania, for our wild places, and for a livable climate in Lutruwita, Tasmania. Dr Jen Sanger, Kat Bourne, Alice Hardage, Patsy Jones, Sarah Lebsky, Jenny Webber, Sophie Underwood, Kate Johnson, Nala Mansell, just to name a few. And those who came before, Melva Trahanis, Florence Perrin, Hilary Bennell, Helen G, and so many more. We truly stand on the shoulders of giants. On Friday, in a belated but highly deserving acknowledgement, Christine Milne AO was inducted into the Tasmanian Honour Roll of Women. The community statement for Christine's inclusion reads, "Christine Milne's visionary leadership has transformed the environment and political landscape, inspiring generations to fight for a sustainable and just future." From growing up on a Tasmanian northwest coast farm, Christine has gone on to empower and inspire women and climate activists right around the world. It was the crime of flooding Lake Pedder in 1972 that galvanised Christine to take action for our wild places, as it did for so many. When the Franklin River blockade took place a decade later, Christine was upriver, she was arrested and risked great personal and professional backlash for taking this stand. But she did so because this place and the possible loss of this magnificent ancient place of the Tasmanian wilderness was a cause far greater than herself and her own. Now, she's no stranger to this place. As a former member for Lyons from 1989 to 1988, she was the first female leader of a Tasmanian political party and the first woman to lead the Australian Greens. She was, of course, elected to the Senate from 2004 to a resignation in 2015. It is not only Tasmania and Australia that benefit from Christine's work. Her staunch advocacy for the climate and biodiversity is respected around the world. She was part of the UN Nations Environmental Programme Global 500 Launderette and was former Vice President of the World Conservation Union, or the IUCN. Christine's been recognised with numerous accolades, including the Australian Bicentennial Award. She's been a Tasmanian recipient for Women and Leadership in Australia, and of course her appointment as an officer of the Order of Australia in 2018. Christine's been a mentor for many, and I particularly want to make mention of her strong female leadership, that she always ensured that everyone around her rose to the top. And testament to her leadership is the successive achievements of all of her staff throughout her career, who each went on to make extraordinary change in this world. And she's always ensured that everyone around her has had the opportunities to grow and to learn and to make this world a better place. She's also shown us that retirement is a myth that I know of and that I can actually fit in this speech. Christine is presently working on the restoration of Lake Pedder. She's part of the Invasive Species Council, the Justice Reform Initiative, Wilderness Australia, the Bob Brown Foundation, the UTAS Women in Politics program, and is a Global Greens ambassador. Now, Christine was added to the Tasmanian Honour Roll for service to the environment, government, public services and politics, but that's just the tip of the iceberg of Christine Milne's legacy and impact in creating a fairer, safe planet Earth for generations to come. What cannot be captured by that statement is her big heart, incredible thoughtful kindness, her unbreakable optimism and her spirit of never, ever giving up. I felt very weird writing this because it could quite easily slip into eulogy territory, and it certainly isn't. Christine is here with us today, active and as strong as ever, and continuing to progress a futuristic vision for this planet. And we in this place should acknowledge and thank giants like Christine for more often. In fact, every time that someone in Labor or Liberal want to get up and sledge the Greens as extremists or anti-everything, just think of Christine Milne. Because it's on her shoulders that you also stand each and every time you hang your hats on this state's clean, green and clever brand. And it was her vision decades back which laid this very foundations for the Tasmanian that we enjoy today. And in years to come, when we have island-scale renewable energy and generation that doesn't destroy biodiversity, when Lake Pedder is rightfully revived, when we stop cutting down our grand carbon-storing native forests, and when we fully protect and appreciate the array of ecosystems here on this island, in the unknown future that is coming under climate change as we surpass environmental tipping points of no return presently, when Tasmania has that regenerative, restorative, trademark lifestyle, just know that that too will be thanks to the visionary, ardent work of Christine Milne AO.